English learners. Welcome to the English Podcast Arena.
Hey there, and welcome back to English Podcast Arena. I'm Amelia.
And I'm John. So glad you're here with us today.
If you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome. We're all about helping you speak English more naturally, more confidently, and honestly, more enjoyably.
Because learning English shouldn't feel like a chore, right? It should feel like opening a door to new conversations, new friendships, new opportunities.
Exactly. And today's episode, this one's special. John, I'm genuinely excited about this topic.
Me too, because we're tackling something that changed how I think about language learning entirely.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Have you ever felt stuck? Like you've studied grammar for years, you know the rules, you can pass tests, but the moment you try to have a real conversation?
Everything just freezes?
Exactly. Your brain goes blank, the words won't come out, and you think, what's wrong with me? I know this stuff.
Yeah, it's frustrating. And here's the surprising truth. Perfect grammar doesn't equal fluent English.
It really doesn't. What if I told you the secret to sounding like a native speaker isn't memorizing more vocabulary? It's not drilling more grammar exercises.
It's telling stories.
Yes, telling stories, weaving your everyday experiences into little narratives. That's what unlocks incredible fluency you never thought possible.
And that's exactly what we're exploring today. How to master English conversation by telling your own stories.
So stick around. Grab your coffee, your tea, whatever keeps you company. Let's dive in.
All right, Amelia, let's start with something that might sound a little controversial.
Ooh, I love controversy. Go for it.
Grammar is overrated.
Oh, John, you can't say that.
Okay, let me explain. Grammar is important, obviously. But here's the thing. Native speakers break grammar rules all the time.
All the time.
We say gonna instead of going to. We start sentences with and or but. We use incomplete sentences constantly.
And nobody notices because conversations aren't grammar tests. They're about connection. They're about sharing ideas, emotions, experiences.
Exactly. So if you're waiting until your grammar is perfect before you start speaking, you'll be waiting forever.
And you'll miss out on the real way people communicate. There's this hidden curriculum, I like to call it.
Hidden curriculum. I like that. What do you mean?
So when native speakers talk to each other, we're not thinking about subject-verb agreement. We're thinking about the story we're telling, the emotion behind it, the reaction we want.
It's almost like language is just the vehicle, but the story is the destination.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And this is why storytelling is so powerful for language learners. When you focus on telling a story, you stop overthinking grammar. You start communicating.
You start living English instead of just learning it.
Yes, and that shift, that mental shift is everything.
Okay, so let's talk about this storytelling mindset. Because when people hear tell stories, they sometimes panic.
Right. They think, but nothing exciting happens to me. I'm not climbing mountains or saving kittens from trees.
Exactly. But here's the secret. You don't need big drama.
Not at all. The best stories come from ordinary moments. Your morning coffee, your commute to work, a funny thing your friend said.
I'll give you an example from my own life. Yesterday, I went to a cafe. Super normal, right?
Totally normal.
But here's the thing. I ordered my usual latte, and the barista accidentally made it with oat milk instead of regular milk.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, I didn't realize at first. I took a sip, and something tasted different. Not bad, just different. So I looked at the cup, and there was this little handwritten note that said oat. And I thought, maybe the universe is telling me to try something new.
I love that. And see, that's a story. It's small, it's simple, but it's interesting because you added details, you added your thoughts, you made us curious.
Exactly. That's what I call finding the story spark. Every day has these little sparks. You just need to notice them.
And here's a tip for our listeners. Start paying attention to moments that make you feel something. Surprise, frustration, amusement, curiosity.
Those feelings, that's your signal. That's your story spark.
Even something as simple as, I couldn't find my keys this morning and I was already late. That's a spark.
Where did you find them?
In the refrigerator, don't ask.
See, now I want to know more. That's the magic of storytelling.
And when you approach your day looking for these sparks, something amazing happens. You're not just practicing English, you're living in English. You're experiencing life through an English lens.
It becomes natural. It becomes part of who you are.
All right, let's get practical. We've talked about the mindset. Now let's give you some simple techniques you can use immediately.
Immediately, like today, right after this episode.
First up, the what, where, when, who, why framework. We call it the 5W framework for short.
This is your quick-fire structure for any story. When you're stuck, just answer these 5 questions.
Let me demonstrate. John, give me a random topic.
A delayed train.
Perfect. Okay, so here's my 5W story. So yesterday, that's the when, I was at the train station, that's the where. I was heading to meet my sister, that's the who and the why. But guess what? The train was delayed by 45 minutes. That's the what. So I just sat there, drinking terrible coffee and watching pigeons fight over a croissant.
I can picture that so clearly. The pigeons, the bad coffee.
See how simple that was? I didn't plan it. I just followed the framework.
And listeners, you can do this with anything that happened to you today.
The second technique is adding descriptive details. This is what makes your stories come alive.
So instead of saying, I had coffee, you say,
I had this ridiculously overpriced oat milk latte that was somehow both too hot and too weak at the same time.
specific, vivid. I can taste that disappointing latte.
Details engage the listener's imagination. They create pictures in their minds.
And here's a vocabulary tip. Learn some descriptive adjectives and adverbs. Words like ridiculously, incredibly, absolutely, surprisingly.
These are called intensifiers. They add emotion and emphasis to your descriptions.
It was surprisingly good. It was absolutely freezing. It was incredibly boring.
Simple words, but they transform your stories.
All right, third technique, the 60-second retelling.
This is one of my favorites. At the end of each day, take just 60 seconds to summarize your day, out loud, in English.
You can do it in the shower, on your walk home, before bed, wherever works for you.
The key is to keep it short and focused. You're not writing a novel, you're giving highlights.
Let me try one right now. Okay, so today was pretty chill. I woke up late. Oops, but I still made it to my meeting on time. The meeting was actually useful for once, which was a nice surprise. For lunch, I tried this new Thai place, and honestly, the pad Thai was incredible. Oh, and I finally finished that book I've been reading for like 3 weeks. Good day overall.
Perfect. That was maybe 45 seconds, but you covered the highlights, you added opinions, you used natural expressions like for once and honestly.
And listeners, those little phrases, for once, honestly, pretty chill, nice surprise, these are the expressions that make you sound natural.
Write them down, practice them, use them in your own stories.
Okay, so now you have stories to tell, but here's the next challenge. How do you actually use them in conversation?
Great question, because there's an art to this. You don't want to just interrupt someone and start talking about your train delay.
Excuse me, let me tell you about my pigeons.
Right. So here's the key. Listen for connection points.
Connection points. I love that term. Explain it.
When someone's talking, listen for topics or experiences that relate to something in your own life. Then, gracefully bridge to your story.
So if someone says, public transport is so unreliable these days, that's your cue.
Exactly. You can say, oh, tell me about it. Just yesterday, my train was delayed by 45 minutes. I ended up watching pigeons fight over a croissant.
See how natural that feels? You're not interrupting. You're contributing. You're building on what they said.
And here are some bridging phrases you can use. That reminds me of, oh, something similar happened to me. You know what? I had the same experience recently. Speaking of which,
These phrases are like little doorways. They open the space for your story.
now I know what some of you might be thinking, but Amelia, what if I make mistakes? What if my story sounds weird?
Ah, the fear of mistakes, the biggest enemy of fluency.
Here's the truth. Everyone makes mistakes. Native speakers make mistakes all the time. We stumble, we restart, we use the wrong word.
And you know what? People rarely notice because they're focused on the story, not the grammar.
So embrace it. Embrace the messiness. Your authentic expression, even with some errors, is far more engaging than perfect silence.
And honestly, mistakes make you relatable. They make you human.
One of my favorite students once told me a story about getting lost in London. She mixed up left and right like 5 times during the story, but the way she told it, with frustration, humor, self-deprecation, everyone was laughing and engaged.
Nobody was counting her mistakes. They were enjoying the journey.
That's the power of storytelling.
All right, practice time. Let's give our listeners something to try right now.
Yes, here's a mini exercise for you.
Think about something that happened to you today. Anything. It can be tiny.
Now, use the 5W framework. Answer what happened, where were you, when was it, who was involved, why does it matter, or why was it interesting?
Then add 1 or 2 descriptive details.
Let's do an example together. I'll show you a before and after.
The boring version first.
In a flat voice. I went to the supermarket, I bought some vegetables, then I came home.
Ugh, I'm asleep.
Right? Now here's the storytelling version. So this morning, I popped into the supermarket near my apartment, the one with the grumpy cashier. Anyway, I was looking for avocados because I've been obsessed with making guacamole lately. But guess what? They were completely out. Not a single avocado in sight. So I just grabbed some tomatoes instead and left feeling slightly betrayed.
Slightly betrayed? I felt that. The personality, the little details, the grumpy cashier, the guacamole obsession, the betrayal, that's what makes it memorable.
Your turn, listeners. Pause this episode if you need to. Think of your moment. Tell the story out loud.
And don't worry about being perfect. Just tell it.
Okay, let's do a quick recap of everything we've covered today.
Number 1, perfect grammar doesn't equal fluent English. Focus on communication, not perfection.
Number 2, adopt the storytelling mindset. Look for story sparks in your everyday life, those little moments that make you feel something.
Number 3, use the 5W framework. What, where, when, who, why, to structure any story quickly.
Number 4, add descriptive details and intensifiers to make your stories vivid and engaging.
Number 5, practice the 60-second daily retelling. Every day, summarize your day out loud in English.
Number 6, listen for connection points in conversations and use bridging phrases to share your stories naturally.
And number 7, embrace mistakes. Your authentic voice matters more than perfect grammar.
So here's your challenge moving forward.
Just 5 minutes a day. That's all it takes.
Tell one small story every day. It could be to yourself in the mirror, to a friend, to a language partner, wherever feels comfortable.
The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. And before you know it, you're not translating, you're not overthinking, you're just talking.
And that confident, natural English, that's the real you. That's what we're here to help you discover.
We believe in you, seriously.
If you found this episode helpful, let us know in the comments. Tell us a mini story about your day. We'd love to read them.
And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We've got so much more coming for you.
Thanks for spending this time with us today. It really means a lot.
Until next time, keep talking, keep storytelling, and keep being amazing.
Take care, everyone.
Bye for now.